Alright, today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these steel rings. Could be used for a lot of different things. Using this nifty little Harbor Freight, $79 Harbor Freight ring roller. I'm going to be showing you the math on how to get the right size ring, whether it's the OD or the ID. Pretty simple. Let's get to it. Okay. The goal for my first ring is to fit on the inside of this 6-inch pipe. Let's see if you can see that. So it's a 6-inch pipe. So I need to know the math on how long of a piece I need to cut to fit in there. So I want to fit on the inside of this pipe. So you take your diameter, and if you're on the inside of the pipe, if you need an inside diameter, you'll take your diameter, which is 6 inches, subtract your material thickness, which my ring is an 1/8 inch. So 1/8 inch, that is 0.125. So 6 minus 0.125, that equals 5.875. So I take that 5.875 and I multiply by pi. I think that's what the pi sign, which is 3.141. So 5.875 times 3.141 equals 18.453. The closest line on my tape measure is going to be 18 and 7/16. So that's the length of the piece of material laid out flat that I need to cut. You can give it a little extra so you can actually take some off if you need to. So I want to cut my first piece at 18 points. I want to cut my first piece at 8. I want to cut my first piece at 18 and 7/16. So let's go ahead and do that. 8. 1, 3, 5, 7. So 18 and 7/16. Pretty close. So you can't just do it all at once. You got to kind of work your way into it, or else it just like folds over on itself super quick. So I can go more than that. That was kind of a big chunk out of it, actually. You just can't do too much at a time. I know, right? As you get closer to them meeting, you can just go a little bit at a time, so you can get like a nice fit. That's pretty much it. See how this fits. Pretty much perfect. Maybe a little too perfect. I can't get it out.
You're gonna have to push one down on the bottom.
Yeah.
But not welded or nothing. Yeah, right?
So like I said, the main thing is that you can't start with this up too much. But if you start with this thing too high and try to get too much bend at once, what happens is this thing, first of all, it's really difficult and you can break something, but it'll just fold the material. It's weird. It just folds the material on itself and it creates like a cinnamon roll type of thing. So you have to just go a little bit at a time. It's easier to turn, and then also it doesn't fold over like that. So just go a little at a time until your ends meet up. Like you saw, it took me about, I don't know, 5 minutes to make that, if that. I mean, if I was really trying to go fast. And then as far as the math, like I said, if you're trying to go on the inside of the pipe, we want to subtract our material thickness, which this is 1/8, we'll subtract our material thickness from our dimension. And if we were going to the outside of this pipe, this is schedule 46 inch. So this is about 6.5 inches. So we would take the material and add it if we wanted to go on the OD. So if we wanted this to fit on the outside of our pipe, we would take our 6.5 inches and add 1/8 inch. And that's what you would multiply by pi, which is 3.141. And yeah, you just cut your material, roll it nice and slow. Pretty simple. That's it, pretty much a short, simple little video. Hopefully that helps somebody. Like and subscribe if you can. Yeah, 79 bucks, Harbor Freight. It'll do up to 3/16, 1 inch. So it only does 1 inch width. So because those dies are only 1 inch wide. So yeah, pretty useful. I've made cool fire pit rings and stuff with that thing, and these are just going to be some pipe filler gaps. You can make backing plates like this. 3/16 is a pretty thick material. It'll be a little harder to maneuver, but pretty simple. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.